It's the NFL on EA Sports, and the focus is on Patrick Queen. He'll get after you every chance he can get on defense. It's the Vikings and the Bears. All that and more coming up next on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you look at this Vikings ball club. They come off a disappointment last time out that put an end to their modest 3-game win streak. Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Bears, whatever promise they had to start the season fully evaporated now as they come in losers of 6 straight.
And sometimes when you're in the middle of a losing streak, being on the road is exactly what you want. You can only depend on each other. Let's see if they can use that as fuel in this ball game.
The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. And a look at a guy, definitely got a little razzle-dazzle to him. Can do it with his arm or his legs. Their mobile QB.
He had the numbers of a game last week that if you win, you talk about him being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done. But they lost. So obviously 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass, that's not going to be good enough. Got to get that changed around.
And Charles, you look at this defense, they were a very loose group coming into the week, knowing they kind of had the upper hand going into this one, taking on a team that hasn't won in a month and a half.
And that works well for you if you establish your dominance early in the game against a team that's struggling. But if somehow they fashion some plays together early, knock them back on their heels, that looseness can be used against them. Then they're trying to scramble to make sure they get their game right.
He'll buy some, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand. Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Take it at the 37. Gets past one man. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And trotting out there, their tall quarterback standing at 6'5".
And he's had a great season so far throwing the football. Very likely could go over 4,000 yards with a good performance here. And even in an age of passing first, that is no small accomplishment.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. You look at this Bears defense. And they played well against the pass, currently ranked 7th in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. He'll drop to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. A great effort there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Bears offense and their quarterback coming out for their 2nd drive. And his ability to use his legs has given the defense fits when trying to game plan. He's currently 2nd in the NFL in rushing yards by a QB. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. 2nd and 15. A throw left side taken in by Kmet.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
That certainly looks like nothing to show now from these first two possessions. And guess what? When you're on a losing streak, that can lead to a full sense of, here we go again. So on the sidelines, the offensive play callers, quarterback, they've got to get together and dial something up to start their next drive. Otherwise, it could be a long game.
They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 30-yard line.
They'll set up to throw.
Screenplay, here's Etienne.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 11. That's good for Vikings.
Slot man moves right. Back to throw now on 1st down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up.
While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. On 1st and 10, it's Etienne.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
The Vikings at 4-6 now on the year. They were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
2nd and 5. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Touchdown!
Juwan Johnson,
42 yards.
And the Vikings are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Bass on for the extra point.
And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. 5 plays there on that drive, and it's polished off by a Viking score. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
Now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field.
They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now.
Throwing to start the drive. Samuels. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And they're going to bring this one back. It's a fumble return. A scoop and score for the Vikings.
Extra point by Bass. Up and good.
And it's now 21-0. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6.
And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Chicago offense set to get started. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line.
3rd and 5.
Back to throw. Samuels. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on third down.
Encroachment, defense.
Mark off the 5 yards, but still fourth down.
Well, they'll learn that lesson when they review it, but it didn't cost them.
Here's Jack Fox now
as he's on to punt for Chicago. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. This is fielded at the 27. It's a 44-yard punt, just 3 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down.
On play action, they'll throw. Rolling to his left. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
Here's 2nd and 10.
He'll look to throw.
He'll fire deep, looking for more.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone.
It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great play there. 32 yards as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And it is 28-0.
So this not what we expected. 28-0 here in the first as another kickoff is away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field.
They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. That's complete. Roma Dunze.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
And they'll employ the jumbo set now on 2nd and 1. A shotgun handoff here to Irving.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on third down. Looking to throw. Samuels. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
Here's Jack Fox now. Call that a 45-yard punt, just 2 yards there on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10. The Vikings offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he's come out of the gates hot. He's been on target with his throws, and that's reflected in the numbers as he'll look to keep it going here.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
And Charles, they're really stringing these possessions and scores together early. We're still in the first quarter, but if they can score again here, look out.
Yeah, and as you taught me when we're broadcasting games, one word we're supposed to avoid, and that's blowout. But that's exactly what's going on here. Down 3 possessions just the first quarter. That goes beyond any worst-case scenario we might have thought coming into this game. And another touchdown here, that should eliminate any hopes for any type of a comeback.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. He's going to take another shot here. That's caught inside the 20. And he takes this thing way down into Chicago territory.
First and 10 to the 12-yard line.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10.
They'll look to throw again.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the game, 17th on the year.
And the Vikings have taken a 5-touchdown lead.
The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it all culminates in a touchdown for Minnesota.
So plenty of fireworks here early. 35-0 now as the kick is away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Straight ahead, Steele.
And it'll be a minimum pickup here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter.
An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. The Vikings after it, and they get there for the sack. And now that brings up fourth down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away.
And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line.
The Vikings offense and their wide receiver getting set for this next possession. And as we play here in the month of November, he's putting together a campaign to remember, the NFL's leader amongst wideouts in touchdown receptions.
Throwing right, and that's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
They'll set up a throw. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
He's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A big play there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns.
And the Vikings continue to pull away here in this first half.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Sheds off the tackle.
And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36.
The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field.
Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On 3rd and short, they'll try option left. Well, he's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now.
Jack Fox now gets set to punt.
Oh, and now contact up front. And if this is what I think it is, this will be a first down. File that under the heading of catastrophe there.
No doubt about it. You're about to get the ball back, and yet you can't hold your water. End up jumping, and now you give them a first down.
So 1st and 10 after a big mistake on 4th down with a penalty. Back to throw. Samuels
to the left side into the hands of Odunze.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12.
He'll keep it himself.
He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down.
And not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 25-yard line.
First down, Chicago.
Operating from the gun, Samuels.
There's a short throw. It's caught by Kmet.
A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
And, Brandon, as you know, sometimes it's a lot tougher to run with these tight ends nowadays in the NFL. They're just bigger wide receivers. He lined up on the left side of formation, ran a drag route across the field, and tried to work his way open. He was able to make the catch, but the defenders were there. Couldn't do a whole lot with it afterwards.
And he's going to have a gain of 11 to the 11 before he's brought down. 1st and 10.
And the Bears first down.
Back to throw again. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
Straight ahead, it's Irving.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. This offense so far on 3rd down, it's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Looking to throw. Samuels. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
This is up and good from Pinheiro.
But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about.
Roughing the kicker. Defense.
And this is going to be roughing the kicker, an inexcusable penalty, Charles.
You've worked so hard to hold them to a 3-point kick. Now you're giving them the ball again with a chance for a touchdown.
Back to throw. Samuels. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal.
Irving is going to go backwards. He'll lose yardage back to the 5.
Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Samuels. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears.
Rome Odunze.
A 5-yard touchdown.
And the Bears are able to at least get 1 score back. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout is going to get bigger and bigger before the final gun.
The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. He's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Elijah Moore, his first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings have taken a 6-touchdown lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw. It'll go down as a gain of 6. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards. Looking to throw. Samuels. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Fielded at the 33. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Vikings offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he's done everything you could have asked for coming in. He's spread it around. He hasn't taken many chances. And he's potentially on his way to a big game throwing the foot. He's got it at the 15. And he takes this thing way down into Chicago territory. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. The slot man in motion right. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. He'll get this out to the flat for Etienne. And the Vikings are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Etienne will get about halfway there as he takes this from the 4 down to the 2. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Back to throw here. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. So we've reached past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the 3rd quarter. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The home team's offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more.
And as you see on the graphic, he's right up there with the best in the league when it comes to throwing touchdowns. Currently second in the NFL at this point in the season. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He'll take a shot for the end zone. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. A great play there. 56 yards. And the Vikings are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And able to get this out to the 25. The Bears now ready to take over again. And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
I am willing to bet that he got a monster grin on his face when he saw what was happening. Man covers are so committed to denying a big throw that it pulled attention away from him, and he had an easy lane to hit, and hit it he did.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
They run out of the gun with Irvin.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues.
Here is third down and 4.
Back to throw. Samuels. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there that brings up fourth. So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. And did he put that on a dime? He did. Wow. Out of bounds at the 1-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
A 1-yard loss on the play. It's now 3rd and 10.
Now back to throw.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw and cut.
And from their own end zone, it's a fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. And now the Bears coming out as they get ready.
And really, you can't have a better situation than this. 1st and goal at the 1. Open man, he finds Komet. Touchdown, Chicago. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Bears are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit. Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
So they do get 1 score back, but still a long way to go here in the 3rd quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off.
And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
Incomplete. Jalen Johnson on the coverage.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Open man right side is his running back. It's complete downfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
And the Vikings first down. First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
They're going to look to throw. ETN bringing in another one. Only able to gain a couple there, and that'll make it second down.
A gain of 2 brings up second and 8 at the Bears' 40-yard line.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
Brings up third down.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
They'll try and set up the screen to ETN.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
It's a gain of 14 yards. And the Vikings first down. First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Now a play fake here on first down. On the move to, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Flush to his right. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. That's to his running back, complete. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a first down. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And the Bears will get the football back. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. It'll go as a loss of 3 on the sack, and it brings up third down.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Look at the big fella go.
Touchdown, Chicago! Cole Kmet with now his 2nd touchdown of this 3rd quarter.
And the Bears are able to claw one back. Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
So they do get 1 score back, but still a long way to go here in the 3rd quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. Oh, a good-looking return set up here.
And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
Still comfortably on top, 3rd quarter as they start things here with a 1st and 10. He'll drop this one off with ETN. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. And the passing numbers are just dizzying at this point. That last completion is going to put him over 600 yards now for the game as he just continues to do whatever he wants when he drops.
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. He'll look to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete.
The second down pass. Complete to number 16. A gain of 11. It's now third gain of 11.
Tough spot here. Third down and 11.
They'll drop to throw. It's caught inside the 25. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 22-yard line.
And the Vikings, first down.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great effort there with touchdown number 20 on the year.
And the Vikings look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
They'll look to throw, and they are just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more.
Personally, I'd rather see him kick the extra point there than to go for 2, but it almost feels like there's a story within the story here. I mean, this isn't college. You know, size of victory, that matters in those games. Here, all you have to do is win by 1 point. That's all that you need. Instead, they go for it, get 2. You got some pretty ticked-off folks on the other sideline now.
The Bears offense ready to get going again. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case.
Throwing to start the drive. Samuels.
There's a short throw. It's caught by Kmet.
And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Steps away. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's third down. Looking to throw. Samuels. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And they're going to bring this one back. It's a fumble return, a scoop and score for the Vikings.
Tyler Bass now for the point after.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. Well, now how about this return? And he takes it all the way across the 40 before going out of bounds. Now the Bears offense ready to take over again.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. DJ Moore, 41 yards.
And the Bears get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
As they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play.
Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. So now out comes this offense led by their quarterback as they take over once more. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. We've paid this offense plenty of compliments already, but, I mean, they are deserving as they start another series. To be leading by this much with so much time left to play in the fourth, Charles, it's really, really been impressive to watch.
It has been, and you have to think to yourself, the preparation that went into this, but the absolute focus that they kept throughout in order to have this kind of a result. This is Super Bowl-esque, and they've got to feel awfully good about what they put out there today.
Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. Well, at this juncture, CD, you normally see teams pack in the passing game. They've got the huge lead. Not them, though. They're still taking their shots.
I remember reading in past history, there was a college football coach in the Hall of Fame whose nickname was Close the Gates of Mercy. But he wasn't really big on that. He was big on going ahead and scoring. He's kind of reincarnated right here. We're watching it in front of us.
They'll look to throw again.
That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete. Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to...
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
And the Bears are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
From the 46, here's second down at a yard.
Brings up second and 1 at the 46-yard line.
Back to throw. Samuels. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Looking to throw. Samuels. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Moore, the motion man right.
Back to throw again. He finds his man, complete. It's Steele. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done.
There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. A run up the middle with Irving.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
They'll stay on the ground with Irving.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
From the gun on 3rd down, Samuels. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
As they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
The home team's offense and their big play wide out getting ready to get back to the Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. This has really just been a lopsided affair. What a performance they put on, and now they get the football back here with a big lead in the fourth quarter. On the pass, we might be discussing dinner plans, talking about steak and sushi, whatever the case is, CD. This ball game is pretty much well in the books.
Yeah, we really could have started bringing up dinner a long time ago if we wanted to, partner. And I think a few of the guys out in the field already making plans for the evening.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Up big here in the fourth quarter, up really big. That pass and incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points. But they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Partner, you and I have struggled with this for years. You've got the lead. Just take care of the football and burn some of that clock. But there's something to be said for not taking your foot off the gas as well, because you can never have too big of a cushion.
Oh, he sheds himself free. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That pickup goes for 25. What a flip of the script from fourth down to first. They'll set up a throw.
On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns. And it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out, because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Out of the gun now on third down. And that is incomplete.
But that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
And on third down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. From the 34 now, here's first and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Samuels, quick slant, caught by Moore. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that will bring up second down. Back to throw. Samuels.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
From the gun on third down. Samuels able to find the open man. That's complete. And they finally bring him down, but he reaches the 16. A huge play there for Chicago. 43 yards. Back to throw now on first down.
He'll get this into the hands of Adunze.
It'll go as a gain of 4, and that'll bring up second down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Looking to throw. Samuels looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. But after this one's done, you just feel like in the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass.
The kick by Pinheiro is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been out all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
Well, this offense and their wideout headed back onto the field.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Now Etienne to start the drive. And he's looking to finish strong. He has been the star of the show, as they have just had absolutely no answers for him defensively. Now 2nd and 3. And they'll go again with Etienne.
Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove probably be the case if this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they're powering through, and they're controlling this game.
The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to rifle one deep left side. That's caught inside the 20. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, when they said before the game that they were going to try and execute every second of this contest, I guess that was taken literally, because here they are in the final moments of the fourth, putting another touchdown on the board, Charles, to add to this big lead.
I'm not a big believer in 110%, but it certainly applies here, doesn't it? Because some guys just can't go with less. As long as there's time left on the clock, they're pushing to get to the end zone one more time. They don't really care about what the optics show. They just want to finish the game off the way that they like to play it. Full speed, all out.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
The Bears offense now getting ready to take over.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
That's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. From the gun on third down, Samuels got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be out right at the 35.
Now, fourth quarter, certainly not enough time for a comeback, but nice to see them making use of the time remaining to try and make this one a little more respectable.
Yeah, I think the ultimate goal, good execution, be crisp, be sharp, and find a way to put some points on the board to make this thing look just a little bit better.
And as this defense